I now recognize Representative Salazar from the great state of Florida for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Maria Salazar. I represent the city of Miami. And, you know, the SBA and having a small business is so important because most of my constituents are first-generation Americans, and they love the system. So I'm going to talk to you as if I were one of them. See, they listened on television what's happening. They hear 36 versus 200 million. That's a big difference. So, billion, I should say, 200 billion. So the SBA administrator, she's saying that you're misleading the public and that they have more diligent process to investigate the fraud. In other words, that you are an incompetent. That's basically what she's saying. And you are the Inspector General for the U.S. Small Business Administration. So I just want you to tell me, how do you respond when openly in public, everyone is listening, that your report is really not that good? What do you say to that?
I don't believe that that's the administrator's intent. I meet with her often.
I'm going to repeat the words, misleading the public. If someone tells me that I'm misleading the public, I'm not really going to like it because that's putting a dent, or it's sort of compromising my reputation.
I get that, but I still would give her the benefit of the doubt because I know her.
Well, you know her, but if you know her and she's not sitting next to you and she is the administrator and we have 36 billion here and 200 billion over there and you are the guy that has the resources in order to find out what really happened with the money.
Well, can I say this?
No, tell me.
I think the committee, based on my track record before this committee, know that I am an independent broker of the truth.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the relationship you have with the administrator. And the administrator is questioning your report publicly. And on top of that, she's not sitting next to you. What do you say to that?
I have spoken to the administrator up to last week.
And what has she said to you?
The administrator and I have a passionate disagreement on this subject. The administrator being here today would not say I'm misleading the public. I could tell you that.
Well, she said it, that you are misleading the public.
Yeah. Well, I am an independent broker of the truth. I have no reason.
We know that, but you said that you do have to work with her. So for that, my constituent, they're saying, I don't quite get this. The guy who's supposed to be the watchdog is doing his job, and then the lady who is supposed to be supervised doesn't like it. So there's something fishy here. Don't you think that the public will say that? All right. Not only that, she has as you said, that the administrator reached out to you to review the disparity between these two figures. So the question is, has she asked you, hey, by the way, how did you get to 200 and we only got to 36?
Yes, we've had these discussions, very
And what did she say to you to prove her case that you're wrong?
Well, it is evident that they cannot prove that case based on their response to the report. If you read their response,
if there is no proof, then what else is there? If the empirical evidence is not accompanying you, then what else is there?
It's difficult for me to say. It's difficult for me to. Mine is based on fact. Mine is based on cross-link analysis, is based on criminal investigative work, is based on audit sampling technique. It's not just a data analytics exercise.
It's on rigor. It's on rigor. It's on evidence. All right. So you forewarned her, sir, that so much money going out so fast could be opened up for fraud. And what did she say? Well,
it wasn't. She was not the administrator when I was warning that at the beginning.
Okay. All right.
Right. At the time, it was pretty much the same argument.
Fair.
You're not right.
Now,
right.
I'm not sure if the public knows this, that 90% of the loans that were given by the SBA, 90% are valued at less than $100,000. Correct? Less than 100K. 90%. And the SBA has decided not to put any effort in collecting the money that you guys believe that it was stolen, because that's the only word we can say, 90% of those loans. So how do you explain to us that we're not going to pursue to try to recoup that money on some of the money less than $100,000, or any loan that is less than $100,000?
I should have clarified this earlier.
Please do.
SBA asserts that any loan with a hold code, a fraud code on it, are not in the number that they will not pursue collections on.
Give it to me simpler, because I didn't get it.
So if there is a fraud, a potential fraud assigned to the loan 100,000 or less,
Yes.
they pursue those. Those do not go away. That's what they have asserted.
So, okay, so basically they're going after every penny.